30. I do have a couple people coming with me, joining. They'll be in a few. Be on in a couple minutes. But how's it going? I hope you're all doing great tonight. And tonight is that night you've all been waiting for. As you can see, right here behind me. Oops. Right here. I'm fucking up with this. Killer Condom. Killer Condom. I do have an intro for you guys, but I'm gonna try to let people get in here first. So I did a watch party for this on on Friday. And this is one of the, how do I word this? I guess I would say one of the kind of weirdest movies I've watched in a little bit, maybe since weirdest, strangest I've watched in a while, maybe since what was it? Society. For those of you that seen Society, Shunting, you know exactly what I mean by that. And yeah, if you haven't seen Society, people, I say go. If you have Shudder, I believe it's on Shudder still. I believe it's on Shudder. I think that's where I watched it at. Anyways, go watch it. And if you don't want to watch it, either way, if you watch it or not, if you don't want to watch it, go check out the episode of Society on Horror with Sir Sturdy. And it's one of those, but I feel like it's something where you're curious about, and you're kind of like, I've never heard about this movie, but it sounds weird, and I kind of want to watch something weird and strange. This in Society, weird, fucked up, crazy, what the fuck, all that shit. This movie right here and Society are the ones that will really do it for you. I'm not even gonna lie to you; they'll really do it for you with that crazy, weird, twisted fact, or whatever you want to call it. But anyways, like I was saying, I did a watch party for this on Friday, and I cannot tell you how many times I was just like, "What the fuck? Holy shit! What the?" Like, it was. It's just one of those. It's just one of those to where you don't expect the shit that comes out of their mouths. Even not even like the whole killer condom concept, just the shit that they're saying. It's no, man. I'm dead serious. I am dead. I was dead serious about this one. Thanks for popping in here, by the way, Dave. This is a real movie, and it's actually on YouTube. It's in a different language. I don't know what language it is, but it's it's some silly ass, weird, crazy shit. I don't think it's as weird or as crazy as Society is, if you've seen that movie. But this is definitely some of the weirdest shit. This is definitely one of the weirdest movies I've seen this year. Maybe second weirdest, maybe. And that's behind Society, of course. Excuse me. I'm gonna drop this intro now. And yeah, we're gonna get into this. Once in a while, maybe just once, who knows? Sure, it's happened to everybody. Wake up, like, damn, that was a fucking nightmare. And then, you reach down for your groin. You face the absurd facts. And you just deal with it, You deal with it. You smile. And then there's this. There's killer condoms, guys. There's killer freaking condoms. If that's on a box of condoms, do not buy them. You're going to lose your piece. Just go raw. That's all that's left. Just go raw. This movie is something else, guys. This is like... it's some wild shit. And you guys, as soon as I shut the fuck up, we're all going to start talking again. And what are we talking about? I'm not going to fix that. I'm going to leave it right in there, but we're talking about Killer Condoms, which happens to be episode 326 of Horror with Sir Sturdy. Welcome to the madness. I really have nothing else to say, but welcome to the madness. And watch out for that killer condom over there. Watch out for it. It's dangerous. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you doing?
I'm surprised I survived this film, so all things considered, I'm pretty good.
This film, I'm glad you said that. Yes, that's exactly yes, which is a terrifying thing as a man.
I was about to say, it's
even,
like every man's worst nightmare.
yes, like if you're gonna do that, just kill me. If you're gonna cut it off, just take my life. But it's so it was such a like when I played this movie, I was expecting more of just like a killer condom, just like killing anybody. I wasn't expecting people to get their dicks bit off. I was not expecting. I should have.
That was kind of a surprise.
But I was thinking more so like, say, the guy wears a condom and maybe women are dying, or maybe they both die. Just something of that sort. But this was not that. This was some weird. It was like this was close to porn without like showing too much. But this was
Exactly.
like if they just turned the cameras at certain angles, this is a porno. This is a killer condom porno movie. And
I was waiting for it. I was like, we're gonna see something. I just know it. They're just gonna turn ever so slightly and something's gonna happen. I know.
and the direction they went wasn't. This was right on YouTube.
Yeah, I honestly I thought it was going to be like aliens or something like that, to be honest, or like radiation or something like that. Not like it's an animal that was created. I'm like, I kept saying to myself, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I said it like at least 10 times in the span of watching this movie. I also didn't know that it was German, by the way. So I'm trying to like read as fast as I can, but they're talking so quickly. So like I kept having to like pause it. So this movie is something else. To put it lightly, this movie is something else.
What's funny is I did a watch party for this movie on a platform called Stream Lounge Friday, and I'm watching this and I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching? Like what I can't, because how you just mentioned that, I can't tell you how many times I said what the fuck myself. And I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I've seen the sad thing about this is I've seen worse movies than this.
Have you?
Yes. I mean, Blood Lake is still worse to me than this by far.
I was about to say, I'm waiting for Blood Lake to get mentioned like at least once.
That's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. So that's why I always say this. And I'm just gonna, I guess I'm gonna keep praising Blood Lake as being the worst movie of all time that I've seen. So it's, which to me, I guess you can look at it as a positive, because if it's, people will want to go take that, is it really the worst movie that, is the worst movie out there? And hopefully people will go and check it out. So Blood Lake, you're welcome.
I was about to say you're doing promotion for it, but so pretty much what you're telling me at this point after Blood Lake, there is, you can't get worse from that. So everything is just up.
I don't know if you can or not. I have not seen worse. I'll say that. I have not seen worse. And
have you seen Birdemic?
No, that is on a list for me to see. A friend of mine was telling me, my boy Sean's been telling me I need to check that out. He says, as a matter of fact, it's funny you bring that up because I told him about Blood Lake. He's like, there's no fucking way that movie is that bad. He's like, I have 4 movies. He watched that movie and he was like, I take back everything I just said. I apologize. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. He was like, I still think you should check out Birdemic because that's probably a close second for him.
Oh God, it's so bad. Like it's not supposed to be a comedy, but it ends up being one.
It's one of those. Tourist Trap I actually had a good time with Tourist Trap. I don't remember when I watched it. We did a podcast on it maybe last year. And I actually had a good time with it. Last year or the year before. Scared too. Oh, you guys are scared to watch well, I did drop that's the link for Killer Condom if you guys want to go and watch it or put it up in the background as we're discussing it. Either way.
Good luck, guys.
But it's pretty bad, and not in like a good fun way, because there's bad, like what I've been doing with these past few weeks recently is like I'll watch the movie and then I'll throw it on again because I work from home some days, so I'll throw it on again kind of in the background. I didn't even want to do it with this shit. Like before I watched it, I was like, I'm gonna do a watch party for it Friday. I'm gonna watch it again Tuesday while I'm working. And I was going to do that. I played like the first minute and a half, and I was like, I don't need to do this again. If I was doing like another episode, okay, I'll watch it.
You don't need to punish yourself like that. Be good to yourself.
No, if I was doing another podcast, I'd rewatch it again because I don't want to go by memory. Like I'd rewatch it again.
Right.
That, but as far as like rewatching it to refresh my memory for this episode, I was like, I didn't really need to do it. I didn't really need to do it.
I also love how it's set in New York City and yet it's all in German.
Yes, they were talking so much shit about the city too. I'm like, yo, go the fuck home then. Damn.
I know. I was like, and I love the guy and his wife from Oklahoma. I think it is Oklahoma, and of course they do like the 10-gallon hat.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at her and I'm like, this is '96. Why do they still have her dressing like it's the 1960s? Like, Germany, what are you doing?
I question a lot of things. I'm like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not mad that this is I guess this is a foreign film in New York City. I guess we're calling it that.
Right?
It's a foreign film in New York City. And it just, you're right about that. Like, they could have easily just did this film in Germany, or at least made it look like it was in Germany, at the very least.
Exactly. I kind of was expecting that when they started, like, showing like New York City, and then they started speaking in German. I'm like, okay, so were you like gonna like bounce back and forth? Nope. They stay committed to the city all throughout the film. So I got to give them credit for commitment. But then I also was questioning, how do you get funding for stuff like this? How do people sink money into this? What production company is going to go, Killer Condom? That sounds like a genius idea. Here's however much money, go make it.
I mean, it could be one of those like indie up and coming ones, and it could just be a group of friends. Because I'll tell you right now, if any of my friends, matter of fact, Dave, if you said I'm going to make a movie called Killer Condom, I'm going to join the Indiegogo. So that I can't read to people like myself. But then it's like you see this finished product, and it's like, Sir Sturdy, you know you have your name on this movie in the credits.
Question all of your decisions.
And it's like, you know what, guys? It's not one of my proudest moments. It is because of the title, but as far as how the movie went, yeah, I had nothing to do with that. I went strictly off title. Didn't even watch the trailer. That was sold. Got it. And
I didn't see the trailer either. Like, I didn't want to spoil anything for myself, and I'm actually really glad that I didn't, because after I got done with it, I like watched the trailer. I was like, so the trailer was the warning label that I should have paid attention to.
Yes. And so with me, I did the same thing, but then because I used that little clip from the intro of the trailer, just of the Killer Condom part, so I just kind of skimmed through it literally just for something like that. I was like, I want to pull something from this movie.
And then the ending was
the rubber lets you out. That's
I was about to say, I like the tagline. The tagline is creative. I'll give them that.
Yeah, the tagline, the name of the movie. They should have had the look of the Killer Condom for the poster. I think that would look better than this. It would look cooler than this poster. Like
the creature, like in like the background or something like that.
Or just on the like saying Killer Condom, then just having it like right under there instead of her. Like just like replace the Killer Condom with her, like looking out though with the teeth and everything.
That actually would have been really, really cool. Yeah,
a lot better than this, because yes, you see women in it, but it had nothing to do with her. It was like, that's the coolest part of this movie. That's what's pulling people in, is the Killer Condom concept. And you guys
exactly.
You dropped. It's funny I'm saying this, but you dropped the ball with that, and then you dropped the ball again with the movie. So that's just, oh man.
Oh my god.
As bad as it was, though, and you guys know I do negative ratings. Like, I wouldn't even give this a negative rating. I may give it like I'll say I'm gonna give it a 2, just because I laughed.
It was entertaining. I'll give it that, because it kind of left you wondering, like, well, what are they gonna do next? Like, this is insane, but what can they do to top it? And it just kept climbing.
Yeah. What would you rate it?
Oh, probably a 1. I'm not gonna lie, because I would not watch it again, but I would recommend it to people to be like, you want to see something wild? Here you go.
That's another thing I was saying, is I was like, this is, as far as the movies that I've seen for the first time this year, which this is definitely one of them. Another one was Society.
Society. I don't think I know that one.
Check out Society, and you're never gonna forget Shunting. That's all I'm gonna tell you about that movie. Society. You're never gonna forget Shunting.
Shunting. I'm intrigued and scared at the same time.
The reason why I say that is because my friend over on the Scene Snobs, Mick, told me the same. He was like, I got a movie for you guys to review. He told us the society thing. Basically, society, you're never gonna forget shunting. I'm just like, okay, I'll watch it. We'll review it. We'll review it. But this was, it was weird. That was weird as hell. But it had a message in it in a strange way. But again, I want you to watch it first, and then.
Gotcha. So I'll watch it, and then I'll reach back out to you and be like, "What did you sign me up for? What happened?"
Hey man, it's. I feel like when you guys come on, you always get the bad movies.
I know. I was literally asking Gov. I said, Why does Sturdy get so mad at us that he makes us watch these things?"
It's, you know what it was? I think in the beginning it was more so like because now I just have the movies scheduled out like for the week. I do them for the week, have them scheduled out. And I think beforehand I may have had a couple movies kind of scheduled out. I'm like, hey, do you guys want to join for this movie? And it just always happened to be, and it's a bad movie.
Right.
I think at that time it was just like certain dates, like, hey, do you guys want to come on for such and such a date? And then I'll let you all know the movie on such and such a date. And it was kind of scheduled like ahead of time, and it just happened to be a terrible movie, and here it is again.
But at least it gives us something to talk about. I'll give you that, because I always find that so weird with like movies that are like okay or they're actually really good. Sometimes they're harder to talk about than the duds, honestly.
I see, and I'm kind of in the middle because there's some movies that are just so horrible to where it's like, and they're not Blood Lake bad, but they're just like bad, and you have like for podcasts, say you have like a half hour, 45-minute conversation versus the ones like this or Blood Lake, you could talk for like 3 hours. Really, you get enough people in there. And this is one of those ones where you could have those weird, fun conversations about it, I guess, but it's definitely like a one-time watch, and
it's an experience.
It definitely. I'll say this: I'm lying, because if I had some friends or whatever that have never seen this and were like, "Hey, I want to watch this. We should watch this together," I would do another watch party for a movie like this. I'd do another watch party for this, but I am not planning to. I would have to have enough people. I'll say that. I have enough people to sit there, and they have to be there and watch it. And as a matter of fact, I would have you guys co-host with me, up to as many people as possible that I'm allowed to. I think it's 9 total, or is it 10?
Gotcha.
I don't know, but you guys have to be there commentating through the whole episode with me, the whole watch party, not episode, because I'm not doing that shit by myself again. Like it wasn't so bad. It's good. It's nowhere near an amazing film like Thanksgiving. That's a masterpiece right there for bad movies. Because I watch that every single year.
Thanksgiving and the Gingerbread Man one.
I gotta watch that. It's Ginger Dead Man.
Ginger Dead Man. Thank you. I couldn't think of the name of it. It's insane.
See, that's I had fun with that one, and I had fun with Evil Bong.
Evil Bong. Oh my God, I haven't seen that in forever, but that one's a ride.
It's hilarious.
That one's good.
How's it going? Can't hear you.
Helps if I turn on the mic.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody?
How's it going, man? How you doing?
Not bad, not bad.
So, before I even tell you our ratings, what did you rate this movie? Did it piss you off? Like Weed Wolf? Blood Lake?
Like two cum-filled condoms.
All right, so I gave it a 2. And I know I keep calling you by your guys' podcast name, Scary Fire, but what is your name again? I'm sorry.
No, you're okay, Kira.
Kira.
It's like Shakira without the Sha.
Got it.
Gotcha.
That's a way to remember it. A 2.
And I'm not that smooth of a dancer, so it's okay.
I'm not either. Chris is, though. But he's Latin, so he has to be.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not fair.
Yeah, they just, as soon as they're bored, they just come out dancing.
Right? Making all the rest of us look bad.
Pretty much.
But Chris, how you doing, man, though?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. You know.
Do you remember the movie Society? Did you do Society with me and James?
Society.
You remember Shunting?
No.
Right.
I remember you guys talking about it, but yeah, no.
Yeah, all right. So he didn't see the, because I was just telling her, I was like, you got to check out Society. It's probably the weirdest movie I've seen this year. And Shunting, you'll never forget Shunting after you see that. It's like you never forget a condom with teeth. What did you think of this movie, though, Chris? This was fucking weird. Like, there was so much. We were saying earlier about how this movie could have easily, if they just turned the camera or had the angles a little bit different. This is a fucking porno.
Yeah. It's a
porno.
German flick that is very just is what it is.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys like this. In this movie, they're not necessarily showing it. They're like portraying it. Everybody's fucking.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, men and men, women and women. I'm just like men and women. I'm just like, what the fuck? What is that? I thought
What was this movie even rated? Was this even intended to be like a regular movie with like a normal rating, or was this like a fucking X-rated bargain bin fucking?
This was one of those movies that was just like probably like a bargain bin where it doesn't even have to go to that. It's like, yo, like, you got a good camera, you know what you're doing, basically, and let's just shoot this movie.
I mean, like, was it intended to be a softcore? Like,
I feel like after watching that, yeah, I feel like they wanted to do a hardcore, but they were just like, you know what?
Did we just review a porn on Horror with Sir Sturdy?
It almost feels like that. It almost feels, and again, if they just had the cameras at certain angles, a little higher in some spots, a little lower in others, and you get it because they insinuated everything. I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody coughs, we would have seen everything. Like, it would have been done. Oh, well, there it is.
Oh gosh, and it was just so like, it was so random how shit just happened. Like, this movie made zero sense. It made 0 sense. I'm like, holy shit. And you know what's sad too is this isn't even the worst movie I've seen in the past few days.
Oh my god!
I watched actually yesterday, Microwave Massacre.
See, and this is why I can't go on the
Microwave
binges like you guys do
Massacre?
and watch all the movies you guys talk about and everything. I can't do it.
With that Stream Lounge thing, I just happened to be in there, and someone did a watch party the night before, Saturday night, I guess. I was podcasting at the time or gaming. For that movie, and I'm like, oh shit! I was like, I came across this on Tubi before. The cover looks awesome, and I watched the movie, and I'm like, it's not a Microwave Massacre at all. This dude's like cooking body parts in this weird microwave, in this big ass microwave thing. Later in throughout the movie, here and there, they don't really show it, but the movie cover is like this head in a microwave. It looks like the eyes are like lit up, like glowing, because like the fucking movie. Why doesn't that happen? It bothered me. I'd probably give that movie a 1 or a 0 because I did laugh.
So is it like Chopping Mall where the title promises you one thing and then it gives you something totally different?
I didn't watch that yet, but I really want to. But yeah, it gives you something completely different. Like, there is a microwave involved, yes.
Spoiler: the microwave's not doing the killing.
No, here's the thing. The guy, I'm just gonna spoil this shit for you guys real quick. He kills his wife, chops her head off, chops her up. He starts eating. It ends up becoming a cannibal.
I mean, it seems logical.
He gives these food to his coworkers, these friends that he works with, and they enjoy it. They're like, this is the best food they've ever had in their lives. But so he kills his wife, and he's eating her at first, and then he starts killing other women, doing the same. And he keeps his wife's head in the freezer. Somehow, this thing ends up getting into the microwave. It doesn't show it, but it ends up getting into the microwave and readjusting the wires so that it does something. I don't know what it does to keep. I guess so when the microwaves are on, it's almost like the door. I don't know what the fuck it does, but the guy had a pacemaker and he died. And there's a warning label like in the microwave on the pacemaker if this thing malfunctions or some shit. And the only reason I knew it broke was because the guys that were like investigating the home were like, oh wow, somebody crossed these wires. And then it goes back to the wife's head in the freezer. I'm like, what the fuck?
So like a modern day, not as good Sweeney Todd. Got it.
It could have been so much better.
I like Sweeney Todd.
I love Sweeney Todd. I'm not disrespecting Sweeney Todd. Don't get me wrong. Sweeney Todd is amazing.
This movie was better and more entertaining, I guess. This movie's more to talk about. I'll say that. I won't even say it was like that much. They were both bad. Both had their funny parts, but neither were what I was hoping for or expecting.
I wasn't prepared for this one, I'll tell you that. Like, I was not ready. If I had known that this is what I was going to be doing with this film, I would have probably had my entire 500 milligram gummy ring and been high as shit And this movie probably would have made a lot more sense to me. I would have been like, this is the most amazing film I have ever seen in my life. But no.
I'll tell you this. I'll say this with you saying that, because I was high when I was watching this, and that's probably what had me laughing through it. That's probably what had me laughing through it. I might as well just say this, because I was saying there a little while ago, I was like, every time I have the Scary Fire podcast on here, they're always reviewing bad movies with us. You guys might as well just smoke or drink, whatever you do before the movie, just so you get a better perspective of it. Because, I mean, I'm hoping the next time I have you guys on, which we're doing the movie Prey on Thursday. I heard that was good.
A lot of people like that.
You guys can come on for a good movie. Or at least a halfway decent movie.
Knock on wood. Next time I'm going to keep in mind, though, when you reach out and you're like, hey, do you want to review this? Okay, we got to watch this. Get the alcohol, get the weed, get everything. Just the emergency kit. He's having us review this. Let's be ready.
Have a go bag ready.
Yep. Got you.
I mean, could you imagine watching this shit on shrooms?
Oh my god. I've never done shrooms, so I couldn't even speak on that. But
nope.
No, I've never seen that.
No.
It's a Thanksgiving horror movie?
Uh-oh. Sturdy's got a special place for those.
Well, no, only for one.
Well, you might have a new favorite.
Two, I'll say. I don't see, Chris. I'm not saying that that's impossible, but for a movie, for me to enjoy a Thanksgiving, I even call Thanksgiving Thanksgiving. That's how much I love it.
You always call it Thanksgiving. Yeah.
I'm just gonna stick with that. For me to love a movie more than Thanksgiving, or to change the holiday to whatever that movie's called, it has to blow me out the water, and not even be like a better movie wise, like a better story and all that shit. It just has to be just something that I'm laughing at my ass off to where I want to watch it every year.
Okay.
And on top of that, I have to say again, I don't know this because I don't know if this will make any predictions for me or not, but watching Thanksgiving with the wife, it was like my third time seeing it. Her first time, she left within like a minute or two. She just left the room. Didn't come back in the room. So if I watch another movie, a Thanksgiving horror comedy, and it does that, that's saying something. If she stays and she enjoys it, I'm not saying that we don't enjoy the same type of movies and stuff, but then I'm like, okay, this isn't as ridiculous and out there as Thanksgiving, so it's not going to work. Yeah, she did. She was like, I can't do this, and just got up and left the room.
She tapped out. She's like, nope, thanks though.
Yeah,
see you later. Let me know when it's done.
Looked down at the table, seeing her ring was still on her finger. It wasn't on the table, so I'm like, oh,
oh, so shit. I gotta ask, if you guys could pick one scene, and I know this is difficult for this movie, one scene of this movie, what was your most what the fuck just happened moment in this movie?
Gosh, there's so many. I mean, we just right off jump, we're talking about how this movie is shot in New York City, and it's German. The whole movie.
Everybody is German.
That right there that stands out a lot and really threw me off. And they're talking shit about the city the whole damn time, especially in the beginning. Like, what the fuck is wrong? Let me think of another one, though, because that was...
I mean, it's just fucked up in general to see men's genitals.
Yeah.
Like, mutilated or whatnot. So that's always a cringe for me. So the entire movie had me at least like, oh, are you fucking serious?
Oh, I remember when it jumps into the fucking tub and the dude said,
I remember it, unfortunately.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He just there washing himself, minding his own damn business.
Just chilling. Then he's dickless.
I actually have two that I kind of was like, what the fuck? And they're almost like my favorite. The one is the woman in the park who like gets it like attached to her nose. Like the most random. And you can tell that this woman is just holding it to her face and shaking around.
Mm-hmm.
So there was that. And then my other one, I mean, you even mentioned it in the beginning. If a guy loses his tallywhacker, just kill him. It's humane. So at the at the end when he's commentating and he's like, when men are lonely and they don't have anything, what can they do? And like you see like all their sad faces. I was waiting for like Arms of the Angel to start coming on the overhead, like I was watching a fucking ASPCA commercial. You too, for 25 cents a day, can adopt one of these men.
Not me.
You can help fill the gap of a lost penis.
If that thing is cut off, gone for some crazy, because of a killer condom or some crazy accident, you may as well just put me out of my misery.
Those
I was
are the
about
two
to say, do the
stipulations.
humane thing.
Those are two stipulations. If you take my license and I can't drive and my dick disappears, just I'm good. End of my life. I'm useless to this world without a dick or a driver's license. I am done.
Good. Finally watched Terrifier. What'd you think? Did you enjoy
Wild
it?
stuff, short but wild.
I think they're saying that the new one is 2 hours or longer.
Yeah. The other one was only what, an hour 20 minutes, hour 15 minutes, something like that.
Something like that. But this one's supposed to be better. I guess there's another outstanding kill in it. I hope. I know there's gonna be some kills, but that one kill, the upside down kill, we all know.
I'm really excited about the second one. When we talked to David Howard Thornton, Art the Clown, he wouldn't tell us what it was, but he said, take the upside down kill and turn it up to an 11.
Wow.
So I'm really hoping for something jaw-dropping.
I'm hoping for something wild as shit. I gotta get him on here. I keep saying that. I've even asked him. He said, yeah, it's just a schedule. I gotta schedule something.
He's amazing, honestly.
Oh, I met him at a con. He was nice as hell, awesome as hell. And I did we got to do a photo op with him too, which was just, he was dressed up as the whole Art the Clown thing. That was dope.
Nice.
And what was funny is there's another podcast, and they were there, and there was one guy who was legit afraid of clowns, and he was just like, so Art, what does Art do? He goes over and hugs him, and the dude was like beat red, shaking, and tears coming down his eyes. What did I do? I took a picture of it and sent it to him.
You couldn't let the moment slip by, right?
No. But he enjoyed. I was like, and then after I sent it to him, I was like, hey, because I was posting stuff for the concert. Are you cool if I post it? He's like, yeah, of course, man. Go ahead.
That's perfect. Kodak moment.
It was legit fear, and I loved it. Like, how people say they're afraid of things, and sometimes people say it just to kind of, because, somebody else over here said it, someone else over here said, oh, yeah, I'm afraid of clowns too. But that was legit. I was like, oh, shit.
This man is damn near leaving entrails. He's about to fucking start dropping a peewee and a deuce.
That reminded me of like when you go home and you think shit's all good, so your mom's like, what the fuck did you do? And grabs that belt, you start crying for the belt. No. I start watering, shaking and shit. That's what that was for him. And now, did you watch this? Did you guys watch this movie with anybody?
No.
Did you watch this movie with anybody?
Me? Nope. I was by myself.
So
the dog watched, but even the dog left the room.
He was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? I let you own me?"
She sat there for a minute. She looked at me, and then she promptly turned around and like marched out of the room. Like, how dare you?
Like, I even know this is a bad movie.
Yeah, exactly.
See, that's gonna be one of those things where you're like, yeah, it's time for us to go on some HORRORWITHSIR.STURDY. You get a dog just gonna leave the room. Like, oh shit, I know they're gonna watch something stupid.
Here we go again. I'm out. Let me know how it goes.
I'm just gonna put myself in my own damn crate and close the door myself. When your dog looks at you like they're ashamed, are they just gonna get that look?
Yeah, exactly. The judging eyes.
Yeah, the judging eyes are like, what my dog will do, he'll do the judging eyes, lay down hard, and breathe. Shut the hell up.
He's disappointed.
Yeah. I get it, man, but shit, I gotta do this. Chris, I hope James watches this movie. As a matter of fact,
I hope no one ever sees this shit again.
No, I hope James watches it. He said he was going to. He's on vacation. Damn. Chris, we have a good movie coming up, though. We have Prey coming up. And then we have
I guess.
Grizzly next Tuesday, which Should be better than this, at least. I think Grizzly.
I'm hoping so.
It's about a grizzly bear, as far as I know, killing people. But it came out in '76, so we're gonna get the '76 version of it.
Nice. High school fucking mascot grizzly bears running around in the woods mauling people.
No, I don't think it's that, but I would definitely watch that.
Sounds like a good time.
Lord of the Flies. I will. Lord of the Flies. I'll even put it down so I remember to tell him. Yeah, because James was talking about it last. I remember when he was talking about it. Final ratings on this movie? You're not gonna bump it up to a 10, Chris? You sure?
I might go negative. You keep talking.
I'm waiting for that to happen. I can't wait for that to happen.
Nah, I can't. It's just it's just a bad movie. It's just made no sense. The premise was like, it looks kind of like, okay, I'm immature. This might be fun when you watch the trailer and you're in disbelief that it even exists. But that.
I have something to say here, though. You have no one to blame but yourself for us reviewing this.
No,
movie.
I understand that.
I'm good. You're taking responsibility for your actions.
Yeah, no, I was like, wait, I'm the one who fucking mentioned it, aren't I?
You're the one who mentioned it, and then I think one of us pulled it up to show it on the screen, to show the movie cover, and because you looked up, you're like, no, it's legit, it's real. Because I said I didn't want to get my hopes up, like for the Alien Tampon movie that never came out, the trailer or something. And it's real, but it's not what I wanted it to be. And now this has me thinking if Alien Tampon comes out, it's probably not going to be what I want it to be either.
Well, this is why Alien Tampon hasn't come out yet.
This was out in '96, so Alien Tampon was supposed to come out like in the 2000s. So
that's my point.
I don't know.
This came out and they were like, no, that's never going to work.
Well, I'll tell you guys this. If it ever happens, if it ever does come out, I am going to watch it and review it because it's important. It's important.
It's important.
Just Killer Tampon.
Yeah.
Killer Condom versus Killer Tampon. Do like a fucking Godzilla versus movie.
That would have to be the third thing, the crossover.
The condom's trying to go on top of the tampon and eat it, and the tampon's trying to fucking inject itself and like break through the back wall.
As they destroy the city.
I'd watch
using the fucking string to like try to choke out the condom.
That already is better than this movie and the movie I watched yesterday, Microwave Massacre. Just what you said right there. And why not watch something like that? Why? This is
Godspeed.
Jesus, man. Like
I can't do the bad movies. Like, yo, today was really weird. Hulu was on some shit. So I got up before going to bed last night. I started Batman Begins. Fell asleep.
Nice.
Went to go start it again from where it was, right? Last thing I remember.
Mm-hmm.
It's going. It gets done. I fall asleep. It played Spider-Man 1 and 2 and then went back to Batman fucking Dark Knight. I was like, this is a good day. I had a headache all day too, so Danae had a procedure done today. She had a little checkup, so I was like, all right, we can do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good chill day watching fucking superhero movies.
And then you had to do this. But did you watch this today?
No, I watched it the other day.
Oh, well, you should,
I had time to calm down.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. I think I got to do like 24 to 48 hours prior. So I can be acceptable. Yeah, so I can be acceptable for a podcast.
I mean, listen, man.
Because, then we got problems. Then I feel like slapping baby seals and whatnot, getting hand jobs from Edward Scissorhands and shit.
Wow. You did say that for,
yeah.
What movie was that?
Weed Wolf.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever see Weed Wolf?
Oh, God.
Hilarious. I think it was funny. It was terrible, but it was funny. He was flipping out on that episode. If you guys haven't seen the Horror Research Study episode, Weed Wolf, go check that out.
What is it called?
Weed Wolf.
Weed Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
You find like the most obscure random things, and I love it, but then I'm also like angry about it when I see these films, but I also love it at the same time.
I can't.
So I think
honestly,
I'm a masochist.
I can't. As much as I would love to take credit for that, especially as how much as it pissed Chris off, I wish I was the person that did that. But it was our girl Joe of Any Last Words.
Oh,
She's the one who suggested that film,
So
and
she presented that as the contestant to worse than
Blood Lake.
Blood Lake.
oh God.
He like I was laughing a lot because he like once he started, he had a rough time. At least you don't gotta watch it again though. See, you're welcome.
I could just like feel the anger coming from him right now.
Oh, it was so funny though. It was so like it's one of those things you got to go back and watch those episodes, people. It was hilarious. But the movies where somebody gets pissed off and just goes. Blood Lake both times. I watched those as well. But Weed Wolf, yeah, watch that one first.
Weed Wolf, got it.
It was bad, but it had funny moments. It had funny parts, but it was bad. It was but you see your good friend flipping out and raging over it and pissed.
That's the entertaining part.
Yeah. Well, I laughed there. I mean, I laughed at the movie at some parts, but this guy, I don't think he did. I'll stop talking about it though, Chris. I know how that feels. It's okay.
Not
Have
laughing
either one
at
of
your
you-
pain. I'm laughing with your pain. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Have either one of you guys seen the movie Prey yet?
I'm in my happy place right now.
No, I haven't seen Prey yet. I want to. I'm not gonna lie. I've just been super lazy. I have not gotten around to it, and I'm kind of picky about my Predator films, so I'm kind of hesitant with it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you this: if you guys are free Thursday, come join us for the Prey movie. It gives you an excuse to watch it and either praise or trash it. Like, this is how I feel about this fucking movie. Or, you know what, Sturdy? Thank you for inviting me on a good episode for one. Try to go.
Right. Thank you for your mercy. We appreciate that.
I pray it's a good one.
Pray it's a
That
good.
was good. That was good.
I hope it's. See, with me, when it comes to movies, obviously I want to enjoy them. But if it's bad, I want it to be memorably bad. And like that's the problem with this movie too, Killer Condom, is I don't think it's really memorably bad. Like within, I'll say 2-3 months, like, yeah, I've seen this movie before. And maybe if you kind of watch it, you'll remember it. But there's other movies. I mean, Blood Lake is memorably bad for horrible reasons, but I'm never going to forget that movie, fortunately, unfortunately.
I'm going to forget this movie by the time tonight's over.
It'll take me a little while. It'll take me a little while to forget it.
I almost forgot about Weed Wolf till we started talking about it.
Oh, I'm never going to let you forget that.
That was what, a month and a half ago?
Maybe longer, yeah. It was a little while ago, though.
I almost was over
it. But just think about it like this, Chris. Like, you survived that movie, right? You thought it was the worst movie you've ever seen. You survived that movie. Just think of how much of a better person that made you. You're welcome. That just proves
there was no educational value or productivity to that experience in any sense.
What not to do if you want to ever be a creator of film. What not to do. That's education.
I think I've literally said I've seen 15-second TikToks with better fucking everything as far as production quality and everything goes in that movie.
And you learned. See, you would have never known that if you didn't watch it.
Those are things I don't want to know. Those are just things no one wants to know.
But this is why when you get the when you come on Horror with Sir Sturdy, you get the pleasure of either watching something amazing to what the fuck I'm considering our friendship type of movies. And you're welcome for that.
Yeah, it's about 1 to 10. In that ratio of amazing to what the fuck, how are we friends?
Yeah, and you're welcome for that experience. It opened your eyes to other cinema that you would never watch.
1 to 50. 1 to 50.
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But no, I seriously do like with those type of films, including this film. they do at the very least deserve to be in that conversation of the horror movies between the terrible ones and the amazing ones, just because, again, I always just use the con experience. And again, I know people say, well, you love this movie, but Thanksgiving, like, I made a good friend off of just talking about Thanksgiving at a con. Just bringing that up. Oh, shit, you seen that too? Blah, 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 blah. Now we're good friends. And I feel these kind of movies can do that because you don't, it's one of those weird things for whatever reason. As people, we always think if it's a shitty movie like this, like we're the only ones that's seen it, or like you and your 6 friends are the only ones in the world that's seen it. Why? I have no idea. Maybe it's just me. And then you go and you're like, oh shit, you've actually seen this and watched it? Oh wow. What did you think? And it's either you loved it or you hated it, but you kind of have that little fun conversation about it. So I feel like they deserve that for that reason, and they actually did create the content. If it sucks or not, that they still at least did it, so I can give them that credit. But you know, sometimes you find those gems, though, Chris. Sometimes you find those gems.
See, like Killer Condom, I feel like maybe 15,000 people have seen this in all total of its entirety of time it was created.
That's a good 15,000. So we're a part of that lucky bunch. That's awesome.
Yeah, since '96, only 15,000 people have ever seen it.
Just think of how many people are on this planet right now that have access. Let's just use the people that have
7 billion people.
No. Not all 7 billion people have access to watch this movie. Let's use the ones that have access to watch this movie. Let's just say if it's 5 billion. Out of those 5 billion, we're part of that amazing 15,000 that got to watch this film, Chris. That's something to be proud of. That's something to brag about.
I don't want to sit at that lunch table.
Shit, why not? I was gonna be just from being on this podcast, Chris.
I want to be with the cool kids.
You're gonna be
Come on, let's go sit with the cheerleaders and the jocks, man.
You're gonna be sitting at every single lunch between the Z Network podcast that you've been on that we do. Where are we gonna be sitting at damn near every single table? Like what the fuck?
Seriously,
these guys are table hoppers. But yeah, we
tables did they rent? Why are they ever every corner of the fucking venue?
What the hell are they all doing? They're sitting there talking about the Notebook for.
I'll be at the bathroom handing out mints.
Why? For the killer condom? No, you hand out condoms.
Abysmal movies. They bring people together.
Yeah.
They really do. I mean, good and bad they do, but it's just kind of like, fuck, man.
Like these are punishment movies. These are borderline inhumane movies to watch.
I wouldn't say that with these. I wouldn't say that with this. Even with the one yesterday, I didn't like it, but I wouldn't say that with that one either. Blood Lake, that's a punishment. That's one of those things. For you, that's a punishment. Yeah.
That's just take it, like pick a finger, take it. Like
I'd watch Weed Wolf again. I'd have to have a reason. Birdemic
is my little gem to bestow upon you.
Of like horrible horror?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So why?
Because I can, and I'm kind of sick in the head, Chris. Like that's why.
And it's just one of them. It's one of those things where, like, for me, I'm like, okay, somebody tells me this movie's horrible, it's the worst one they've seen. I gotta watch it, but it's like that's not fair to Chris and James or whatever podcast that we're doing that they don't get that beautiful experience that I'm gonna get.
Oh, it's not fair to us.
Why not do an episode for it and then they'll watch it as well, and boom, see? Because I'm such a great person, Chris. That's why I do stuff like this. Because I can easily just like the days that I'm working from home, I can easily get through 10 shitty movies in a day. 10 shitty movies. You know, I may be exaggerating with the 10, but you know what I mean. Usually these shitty movies are like an hour and a half. So I can get through a good amount of them shitty movies in a day. Where's the fun in that?
You could probably get through a good 10 movies a day if you had to.
If I had to, yeah. But where's
firing off fucking like 5-8-minute reviews.
Where's the fun in that? You know, I'm like, if I do this, then Chris is gonna be all mad and upset and yelling at me in Spanish.
I hate being left out of shit I don't want to do anyway.
See, it's you know, it's like, hey man, we're gonna do it. Because put it this way, Chris, if I told you about how Weed Wolf was, right, you wouldn't just go out and watch it on your own just to watch it.
I never would have watched it, period. Like I
Exactly.
told you, like there's a reason why you're given eyeballs and diction that you can read. So you look at the cover, you turn it over, you read the synopsis, and you look at the pictures, and you go, "Nah, I'm good.
Not me.
Keep it moving.
I'm like,
Keep it moving."
see me like off the title alone, Weed Wolf would have got me. Like, oh, Weed Wolf, okay. Let me check this out. Would I've enjoyed it? Nah. I laughed a little bit. Wasn't an enjoyable movie.
Mm.
Like I may have to throw on the Ginger Dead Man for Christmas.
Ginger Dead Man. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Those are supposed to be. I've never seen them, but I know they're going to be fun. Are they the same people who did Evil Bong? Because I know they did Evil Bong versus the Ginger Dead Man. I did watch a few Evil Bong movies, and those shits are fucking hilarious. I recommend you watch them high. I mean, the name's right in the damn title, but they're just ridiculously hilarious.
That's the fun thing about them. They're like so out of there and so like obscure that that's what makes them charming.
And they don't get you mad. They don't get you pissed off. Like, well,
Exactly.
Like you're gonna get high, you're gonna laugh at it, and just like, yeah, this movie's stupid, but it was funny, blah blah blah, kind of fun shit.
I think it pissed me off more that it ruined my high.
As a matter of fact, Evil Bong is one of those perfect films to watch with people, like a watch party type of deal, or hanging out and watching it. And it's on Tubi.
Yeah,
That's what that is. This here, Killer Condom. I'd say this would probably be better watch with a group of people too. It'd probably be funnier at least because you can talk shit and do all that good stuff with it. But
you might not walk out with any friends after they view this, but
I mean, my circle's pretty small right now.
See, for some reason I'm still in it, so I'm gonna keep. We're gonna keep doing that. You take this is what you know how people say you take the good with the bad. This is exactly what they were talking about. It's coming on this podcast and reviewing a movie. You're gonna get some bad, but you're gonna get some good. And you're gonna get some in betweens. But it brings up funny conversations and
it always does. It's always a good time. I love it.
It is. And honestly, I'm gonna be like all joking aside though. Even the movies that I hate, it would be boring to do just movies that I like. For me, it would be more boring for me to do movies I like and talk about movies I like all the time, or just good movies. Like, say when we're looking for these movies or whatever, we're thinking of a list or a wheel or whatever to do, and it's like, okay, let's just do if we did one wheel of just good movies, cool. But doing just good movies all the time, 100%, I couldn't do it. I'd go crazy. I'm like, what the fuck, man? These movies are too damn good to be just. No, I need to watch some bad shit so I can appreciate the good shit more. That's what see? Boom.
I mean, there's still a lot of bad shit that makes it to the big stage. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit that you're like, how the fuck did this even get a budget and get done this far? How did they even put this out? Like,
but you know what it is though? I like digging at the bottom of the bin, so to speak, and just getting those films because. Again, there's a lot of movies that I don't like, and I talk shit about. I talk shit about the people in the movie, the producer. That's just for the moment, people. That's not personal. Even with Blood Lake, that's not. I said a lot of shit. It's not personal, and I hate the movie. But you guys, at least you did it. I'll say that, and you deserve at least the recognition of doing it. And maybe someone will watch. I mean, I've talked to a handful of people, like maybe, well, not a full handful, maybe 3 or 4. That said they actually liked the movie. They didn't love it. They said they actually liked it or enjoyed it or whatever. And
fucking cuckoo.
Yeah. If you see people coming with white suits and they're coming with that jacket and leopard mask, I sent them. These are the people that said they like Blood Lake. You're welcome. I had
those
to get
are the
you
people you got to watch out for. Don't talk to those people anymore.
I was worried about them.
These are psychopaths.
But it's seriously like just because it's someone's art, someone's creation. Like say if somebody made a podcast that just watched other podcasts, maybe even like specifically, I'll say they watch horror podcasts and they reviewed the podcast or some episodes from that podcast and they hated this. That's fine with me. I don't give a fuck. That's cool. Like obviously I want people to enjoy it, but you don't have to like it, and I'm not going to be upset about it. You make a podcast about it, talk shit about it, monetize it, and all that shit. Cool, do it. And I think with, like, I know some people say, people took the time to make this movie, create this art, this, that, and the third. I understand that. And I try to pick the good out of it, but sometimes it's just no good. And I look at it like, people say art is subjective. I'm like, we can't always just be. I don't try to bash movies just to bash them. That's corny. Same thing with the whole podcast scenario. I said just bashing it just to bash it is corny. If you really don't like it, cool. But it's good. I feel like it's better to give your honest opinion and be blunt with it when it comes to this type of stuff than just, oh, well, it wasn't that good, but blah blah. It's like, no, be fucking honest. Talk the shit you were talking when you were watching the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, say, just let people know. Because there's gonna be some people that are just like, oh, there's some people that would love these movies. I'm sure there's people that love Blood Lake, which again, insane. That love Weed Wolf, that probably love this fucking movie, and probably love Microwave Massacre. And I don't even talk about the people that made it or know the people that made it. I'm just talking about people that just watched it, and for whatever reason, it could be the moment, it could be who they were watching it with, what was going on, because that does kind of have a thing with it too. And then maybe it's a thing like, hey, okay, so every fucking once a year, me and my wife watch Killer Condom. I'm not saying we do, but I'm just saying, like, if this was one of those films for
just sets the mood for you.
And for some people, I'm sure it does in a weird way. Some people like wild shit. We know this. And I guess that's why I always bring up Blood Lake. As much as I hate the movie and stuff, I do want people to watch it just so they can be punished like I was. But just to keep it going in the conversation. Because if people dig down, then you can get other creators that may or may not deserve more shine. Maybe from Blood Lake, they went on to do better things. At least one of them, hopefully.
Yeah.
6 of them are probably smoking crack, but that one is successful.
I mean, hey, they're saving money on dental.
You got a point there.
Have you seen the cost of food bills these days?
Holy shit! Yeah. I've seen the cost of all this crap these days, man, and it sucks.
Everything.
It sucks. But shit. Oh, he dropped again. He'll be right back though.
I mean, one thing that I will add to what you were talking about, even to me, even if the movie is like bad, good, somewhere in between, if people are still talking about it even years later, you obviously did something right. It's when they stop talking about it and they forget about it, that's when it's bad. And
that's the thing where I feel like, again, going back to the terribleness of Blood Lake, like it's so bad, but it's this thing where I have it, and I know a bunch of other people that have this weird thing where it's like, okay, it can't be that bad, and you go and watch it and just like, oh shit, he was right, or it wasn't that, depending whatever that worst movie is for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that, in a weird way, I think it's a good thing to be, for that type of film, I'll say, for that type of movie, to be that bad, than for it to be like, say, at the level of this, which wasn't great, and for you it wasn't much better, I guess, but for me it was quite a bit better. That wasn't that great. Like this Killer Condom, the only way I feel like it's going to come up in the conversation again is if somebody brings, like, if somebody's like, what's the worst movie that I've ever seen? I'm not gonna, this isn't even nowhere near, is what I'm getting at. It's nowhere near the worst, it's nowhere near the best, and it's not like that fun, like, oh shit, I gotta go back and watch it again. Like, I think the two movies I talk about the most on this podcast is Thanksgiving and Blood Lake, for obvious reasons. One I hate, one I love. It's not a good movie at all. Thanksgiving is, if you're watching it to watch a good movie, like, yeah, let me get the wife, cuddle up, watch a nice horror movie, don't do that. It's not that kind of. I mean, unless she's into bad movies like that, like terrible story wise, but a hilarious, stupid comedy, then yeah, go ahead and do your thing.
I actually have a friend of mine who his bad movie that he absolutely adores, The Room, the Tommy Wiseau film. He's like, it's so bad, but it's so good at the same time. So can totally understand the, bad, but in a good way, Yeah,
it's just something, it's a bad movie overall, but it's like you had such a great time with it for whatever reason that you just want to go back to it. And Thanksgiving, I think I've been watching it for like the past 5 to 6 years, at least once. If not, I'll say at least once, if not twice. And just last year, I added Thanksgiving 3, because there is no part 2. And I'm like, you know what? I watched it again. I think it was like my second or third time watching it. I was like, you know what? I like this shit a lot more than I thought I did after, time went by. So those two, I watch every single, I'm going to be watching it like every single the Tuesday of Thanksgiving. That week is Thanksgiving week to me, and I have to watch those, and I'll be reviewing those that same because reviews Tuesday, so I'll be reviewing those that same Tuesday every single year. And the cool thing about that, what I've been doing with it, I'm hoping to continue to be successful with this, is for the past few times I reviewed it, someone new watched it had to watch it for the review, so somebody new watched it, and that's cool. And it's been, again, the past maybe 3 times I did it, it's been going. So I'm like, why not keep doing it? I know it's the same movie, but hey, listen, it has a special place.
No, exactly.
It's like, why and there's movies that I like way more than that, of course, but that's just one. I'm like, it's kind of like Friday the 13th. You know, everybody goes and gathers up and watches the Friday the 13th movie on Friday the 13th. That's what Thanksgiving is for me. It's just every year, not whenever the fuck we get a Friday the 13th. I mean, I watch those more. You get what I'm saying? Like, where everybody's gonna go to it. Like, I want Thanksgiving to be that for everybody. I wish.
It's the movie that keeps on giving.
Yeah, it's like you go to the parents' house, they're cooking. Hey, what do you want to watch? Hey, Ma, I got a great movie.
It's a family film. Don't worry. It's okay.
It's like, Ma, you hate football anyway.
Here's something different, completely different.
You might not get invited back to another holiday. Like, you know what? We're gonna send you the leftovers. We're gonna send you a plate, fresh plate. You just come pick up the leftovers and go home. Either that, or you're never touching the TV. You're never touching the remote. No.
You are banned from the TV. You are not allowed near it.
Ruined everybody's Thanksgiving. But I guess we can wrap this one up. This was a fun one. This was definitely a fun one. Not a good one.
This one's good.
Movie-wise. Fun episode. Bad movie. Funny, though.
I still don't know what to say about this movie. Like, I really don't. Just what the hell?
You gotta have Gov watch this. Just because.
I'm so going to. I'm not going to tell him anything about it. I'm not going to let him see the trailer. I'm just going to be like, you need to see this. Check it out. And then Scarefire is going to break up, and I'm going to have to send you a message and be like, you just broke up the team.
Or it's going to bring you guys closer together.
That is true.
But you can just throw me under the bus. Sir Sturdy recommended you watch this.
It was Sturdy's fault. Talk to him. I can't help you.
Yeah. You weren't here for the review for the how we go on there. We review a bad movie with him. You weren't here for. Well, don't tell him that part. That's after he watches it. He gets upset. He's like, listen, you didn't review it with us. You're gonna watch it on your own now. But no, I was gonna ask you, would you be willing if he was like, okay, I'll watch it, but you have to watch it with me? Would you watch it with him just for him to watch it? That's a deep
honestly speaking, it's weird. I probably would. I would sit down with him, but I watch him more than I watch the movies themselves.
Okay, that works.
One of my favorite bad movies is Frankenhooker. I adore that movie. I don't know why, but I do. And I got him stoned, and I'm like, you gotta watch this.
Smart.
And
did he enjoy it?
I would watch it with him. The Frankenhooker?
Okay. Yeah.
He says he did. He's like, I'm not sure. Yeah, he's like, I'm not sure what I just saw, but I think it was good. He's like, I'm going to have to watch it like when I'm like sober. I said, no, don't do that.
No, one of those. I just because you said Frankenhooker, did you ever see Dead Hooker in a Trunk?
I don't think so. I've heard that title before, but I haven't seen it.
I had that movie, and I think I gave it to my brother. I didn't like it. Best thing about the movie was there might have been titties in it. I don't remember. There was a horse, and there was a beautiful muscle car. It was a Pontiac. It was a Firebird. I just don't know the year.
Ooh.
Best part about the movie. Other than that, I wasn't too. I don't know. I was thinking it was going to be
more
more
fun. Must not have been memorable.
It really wasn't. It wasn't one of my memorable ones. That's all I remember about the movie. It's definitely a horse and the car on the cover of it. And I believe when I went to Colorado last year, I brought it out to my brother. Because I think I've been either meaning to send it to him or let him borrow it. And I was like, you could just keep this shit. And if it's still here, then I'm gonna have to send it to him. I think, yo, you can just have this. Dude, thanks.
Have fun with that. Enjoy.
Yeah. Holy shit. So again, hopefully I can get you back on for Prey this Thursday.
Absolutely.
And hopefully you have a better time with it than every other movie wise than every other movie you guys came out to watch with us and review with us. The movie part of it, hopefully we all do. As a whole, as a group, we've always been doing bad. Let's do good Thursday. So Prey, let's hope you're good. And
give us a break.
But see, for me, like I'm not very familiar with the Predator films, so I'm just going based off of this. I know you'll probably go deeper with the story and all that other stuff, so it's gonna mean more to you than me as far as how you rate it. I know that for a fact. Like, oh, you're gonna be like, oh, they fucked this up. They brought that back. Cool. I'm just gonna be like, okay, this. I'm either gonna be like, oh, this is enjoyable, or man, this is what the fuck is the hype? Because I don't know the backstory really.
Right.
Or, is this supposed to be a prequel, or is this a?
It's supposed to be like a prequel, I guess, of like when like Predator first like came to Earth type idea, like the very first time he's ever here. So,
okay,
they better do it right, otherwise Hulu's getting such a letter from me.
They're gonna send it back. Well, you're still paying us,
and you're still paying us. Why?
Because I watch movies, man. Why?
I'm angry, not stupid. Come on.
Yeah. You guys didn't. This is a Hulu exclusive too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I just hope I have fun. I think I will, though. I just hope I have fun with it at the very. Actually, no. I hope it's better than just a fun film. I hope it's actually pretty decent.
A lot of people say that it's actually like back to like the original, because the last couple of Predator films have been absolute shit in my opinion, but a lot of people say this one is more like the originals, so that's what I'm crossing my fingers for.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear when you have fans that like know the whole thing and they're like, okay, I like this. I'm like, okay, that helps a lot.
It's reassuring.
Doesn't always mean they're right or that it's better.
That's
but
true.
Like, because you know your own opinion. It's just like, fuck. But I guess we can wrap this one up. This was a fun time, and let me just pull up your logo for you. Just tell the people where they can find you.
All right, so Scarifire, we are all over the place. We are on all major podcasting platforms. We're also on YouTube, so come check us out. We've been on a little bit of a break, but we're coming back big and bad. Come hear us out.
Yes. Make sure you guys check those guys out. They're awesome. And check out the whole Z Network, Worst Damn Gamer. You just seen him. He really loved this film. He just sent us a message on Restream saying he wants to change his rating to a 10. For yeah. I could be making this up, people, but you'll never know. But he said he wanted to change his rating to a 10 for Killer Condom. He said it just made him all happy. That's why he left, because he was so happy about it. He's going to watch it again like right now. He's so excited. Back to back, because he loves it so much. But make sure you guys go check out his awesome, amazing content at Worst Damn Gamer Ever. Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And he's also on Twitter. But yeah, he does gaming, movie reviews. He's a part of the Z Network. He's also on Popcorn and Pints, as you guys know. So make sure you guys check his awesome, beautiful content out. TikTok as well. Dreams a Creator. You see all these overlays that I have. You see the overlays that Worst Damn has, that James has. He creates all these, and he can do so much more. Go make sure you guys go check out Dreams a Creator. Any Last Words? Another awesome horror podcast. She also has a horror magazine out, and she's working on another one. Check her out on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and TikTok, and what's the other thing? Patreon. Again, awesome, amazing content. She's coming back strong. Took a little break. Sometimes you got to do that, refresh, but she'll be back coming strong. But I believe the next magazine's dropping in October, so make sure you guys get that one. And I'll show you guys the first issue in a second. So Good It's Scary. You guys know. Independent horror creators, independent horror movie creators. You have a short film that's a half hour or less, and you want us to watch it and rate it, we're going to do that right on here on Horror with 30. Drop it to So Good It's Scary, or drop it to me. And as you guys know or don't know, with the whole Stream Lounge thing that you guys heard me mention during this episode, you guys sign up for Stream Lounge. If you have Netflix, Peacock, all those apps, they don't have Hulu on there yet. Peacock's about to be on there soon. HBO Max, I said Netflix, Shudder. And there's a couple more I can't think of. Full Moon, Trauma, and then of course YouTube and Tubi, and they're also going to be adding more free apps. Get it. I'm telling you guys, you just have to have a computer to use it, but you can do watch parties with your friends and family or just random people, and you can join some of the watch parties that I do. You can join all of them that I do, honestly. And it's just a fun time. It's always more entertaining. It's always more fun to watch movies with people and kind of talk about them and just kind of discuss them as they're going. From the comfort of your own home at the end of the day. Like, that's the best part of it, too. You don't have to, so if you're someone who smokes, someone who drinks, you can get tore up. Don't have to worry about getting home safe because you're already there. But make sure to go to HORRORWITHSIR.STURDY.com. You can get all of my links there, including my Stream Lounge link. And be here for Thursday, which I'll show you guys in a minute what we're doing for the rest of the week. Popcorn and Pints every single Saturday. We review 2 movies. Try to see how these 2 movies connect. And again, I can show you guys what's coming up for that this week. Just give me a moment. So good. Sorry, Stories from a Bar. Awesome show. Awesome show you guys got to check out. So on this show, for those of you who live in the capital region, 518 Albany, you guys know what I'm saying. But for those of you that don't, if you were ever visiting the capital region for whatever reason, you listen to this podcast and you're someone who likes a nice good beer, nice good brew, nice, something like that. You listen to this podcast, he's going to tell you all the local spots, and tell you, some of his favorite beers that he's had, the IPAs that he's had there. You're also going to get what he started doing recently is he's having independent artists on there on his episodes. That he's, talking about that stuff, giving them a little promo, or give them a little shout out and all this other fun stuff, and awesome podcasts that you guys want to check out and you guys should check out. More music for you guys, new music for you guys, something different for you guys. So go ahead and check all that out. And here's what's coming up for the rest of the week on Horror with Sir Sturdy. So we just did Killer Condom. Wednesday is over on the Stream Lounge, which is, I didn't put up my logo thing for that, but it's Wicked Wednesdays, Stream Lounge. I'm doing episode 3 and 4 of Stranger Things. Thursday's Prey. Friday, Fear Street, 94 and 78. Hope to see you guys there. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Popcorn and Pints, we are reviewing Revenge of the Nerds and Robin Hood Men in Tights. Told you guys I'd tell you that. So that's going to be that's Saturday, 9 o'clock. Hope to see you guys there. Have a good night. Can you just stay for a minute?
Yeah.
I need to show up. Have a great night, people. I'll see you in your nightmares. Peace.